You have got to hear what this neurosurgeon discovered about speaking in tongues.
So a study done at University of Pittsburgh by Eisenberg, looking at what happens when you pray in your heavenly language. And in this particular study, they looked at what the brain does on SPECT scan in terms of brain activity. And so when a person speaks verbally, or when they communicate non-verbally, or when they sing, or even when they pray in their native tongue, the frontal part of the brain lights up on this particular study. But when they pray in their heavenly language, the parietal lobes, so the sides of the brain, which are more the receptive areas, light up, and the frontal lobes light up less. So to translate that, it's like when the parietal lobes light up, you shouldn't be able to speak or make any sound at all, because those parts are receptive. They're not active in terms of phonation and sound or speech, but yet when people pray in tongues in their heavenly language, there's this beautiful sound, beautiful language that they are phonating out of their mouths, and yet it's not them. So they're literally receptive. So they are allowing the Holy Spirit to take over, and that's what you're hearing. And so the studies, kind of conclude that. And so to me, that makes perfect sense, because you're literally allowing the Holy Spirit to minister to or to take over your body, and your processor being your brain. And the result of that is not only all the wonderful spiritual benefits, but the natural benefits. And as evidenced by being able to speak and make sound when scientifically you shouldn't.
That is amazing. That's a miracle. So this is, I'll say it in layman's terms, what I hear. There's like something that disconnects in your mind where you should be functioning with a logical process or something that allows you to speak. You disconnect from that, and still there's an utterance coming, and your mind's disconnected from it, and yet there's a supernatural flow happening. That's kind of how I heard you say that.
100%.
Wow.
And you're not using the circuitry that your brain is supposed to use to be able to speak